Yeah, what's up everyone, Dragonheir here, and today we continue with the Universe Expedition Challenge mode. I will start on stage 9 and go all the way to stage 16, only using 100% free-to-play teams, and I'm able to speedrun it. So let's go right into it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Alright guys, welcome to the stage 9 in the challenge mode. As you see, I'm still using my 100% free-to-play teams where I'm using Alpha Narsi, Rowena, Gardus, Rava, and Vedimir. And let me show you real quick how I've them built. So my Alpha Narsi, he's built with over 100k HP, 2k defense, 173 enlightenment, and 389 resistance. Even some resistance on him to resist everyone. While I'm using the Brotherhood Spirit, to boost the damage of my allies, and then the Devout Prayer as well. Whenever he grants shields, my team does 12% more damage. So very important on him. And for the artifact, I'm using Titan Rip. So whenever, upon resisting a negative effect, the Weaver increases all allies' damage by 15% for 10 seconds. That's why you want a lot of resistance on him. Plus, you want him to cast the shield whenever you want. So if the enemy has any kind of fear, debuff, taunt, stuff like that, you want the resistance to, not deal with it pretty much. So that's Alpha Narsi. Now, Gardus, 55k HP, 1800 defense, almost 3k attack, 305 accuracy, and 36 skill haste. I'm using the Puppeteer Inspiration on him to boost the ultimate energy of my team, right? Whenever he casts ultimate. Now, Rava. My Rava has 68k HP, 1600 defense, 3.8k attack, 316 accuracy, and 56 skill haste. And I'm using the Emissary Whisper on her for the accuracy, skill haste, and when the Weaver successfully inflicts a debuff, all allies deal 10% more damage for 10 seconds. So very good. And then one mythical gear, I'm using the Strike the Unprepared to squeeze as much damage from her as possible. So that's Rava. Now, Rowena, she has 32k HP, almost 2k defense, 5k attack, only 63% crit rate. So if you want to improve this build her with 100% crit rate, but try to keep the damage and the crit rate same, right? And the crit damage is 227, almost 228. I'm using all the mythical gear on her, so I'm using the Fearless Challenger, Imposing Presence, Strike the Unprepared, and the, what is it called, the Bloodshade? The Bloodshade Mark as well. And for the artifact, I'm using the Dawn Pipe Organ to boost the range heroes in the team by 10% of her attack. So that's my Rowena, and now my main DPS, Vedimir. He has 38k HP, 1300 defense, 4.6k attack, once again only 88% crit rate. So if you want to build him better, build him with 100% crit rate, but try to keep the attack and crit damage same, or maybe even higher. And his crit damage is 362, almost 363, so that's very good crit damage. And for him, I'm using the Whisper of the Consumer, to get attack, crit damage, and the Weaver's ultimate skill deals additional 5% target max HP through damage, and if the target HP is below 10%, executes them. This artifact is insanely good, especially for the bosses in this content, right? Because you can execute them at 10% HP, which is a lot, So it will help you to speedrun it better. And for gear, once again, all the mythical gear, so the Chaos Symbiosis, Imposing Presence, Strike the Unprepared, and the Fearless Challenger. So that's my team. Just real quick, I don't have any skill timings because I'm doing all the stages pretty much manually. I'm not using any auto runs because, I think it's for the speedrun, it's more efficient if you use it manually. And for the aura, I'm using Vitamin Aura, the 18% attack in all battles. Also, I'm lucky. I have all 8 boats occupied, which means I have increased ally attack, defense, and HP by 60%. When an ally possesses above, their damage taken decreased by 20%, and their damage dealt to enemies under debuff increased by 40%. Increase all allies' damage dealt to bosses by 20%. When an ally takes a fatal damage, grants immortality and recovery over time for 5 seconds to that ally. This buff can only trigger 2 times per battle. And lastly, when an ally deals damage to the same enemy, grants the ally 2 stacks of damage bonus, up to 25 stacks. Stacks are cleared when switching targets. So this is when you have all 8 boats, especially the 60% increase attack, defense, and HP, which is very important. Hopefully you're able to, occupy all 8 boats. If you are not, you can have a disadvantage in this content. Alright, and now finally let's go to the run. So you will see what I'm doing. So I'm waiting the first couple seconds for the tidal surge. Then I will use Gardus to push them all back and give me ultimate energy. So wait for it. Now Gardus, he boosts my ultimate energy, so now Alpha Narsi is able to cast as well. He gives me the shield, which means more attack, more damage. Then I'll use Rava to inflict the frost debuff and a defense penalty on the enemies in her back. So wait for a second. There is defense penalty, frost debuff, first debuff defense, all of it. Now we use Vladimir, and I will wait a little bit, half a second with Ravenna, because I want the ultimate from Vladimir to bounce, and now I will use her as well. And I will do it like this, because I want to hit the group in here. It should bounce. This guy survived, the Vladimir survived, so it might not be the perfect run. Yeah, 19 seconds, not that bad. Maybe you can do it a little bit faster if you want the Voresh on the left side. So 18 seconds, pretty good in my opinion for the 100% free-to-play team. So now let's go to the stage 10. Okay, so it was stage 9 was here, stage 10. Yes, that's a boss. There's two bosses. So first is Curse, and then next is Ancient Battlefield. So let's do it. Now I think I'm using a little bit different team for this one. You can still use this team, it should be fine. But a little bit better team that I have for the stage 6 is this one. My stage 10 build where I'm using the Ice Blast heroes. So in here I'm using Alpha Narsi, I'm using Voresh, Vinyara as well, and then I'm using Bladin, epic Ice Blast hero. And for the main DPS I'm using Gardin, not the epic hero from the Ice Blast school. Let me show you how them built real quick. So my Garin, she has 50k HP, 1400 defense, 6k attack, 71% crit rate, and 298 crit damage. The crit rate is fine because Ice Blast heroes gain 30% crit rate for the first 5 minutes in a battle. So you only need 70% crit rate for these epic heroes to work. So she's fine like this, plus all the mythical gear. And now Bladin, he's here for the skill haste because I want him to cast as many times as possible. Because whenever he casts ultimate, he grants 20% attack up for 10 seconds. And 2 stacks of ice crystal to the hero and the Ice Blast ally with the highest attack. In this team, it's only Gardin, so Gardin will get the 20% attack up and 2 ice crystals, which is amazing. So that's why you want him to cast as many times as possible, which is why I'm focusing on skill haste. So I'm using the emissary wisp per 2 pieces and then the Stereo Wisp per 2 pieces as well. And for the artifact, I'm using the hourglass, you know, the Rift hourglass, which gives me accuracy and a skill haste, 100 extra skill haste, pretty good. So that's the two guys. Don't worry, I will send the team codes. They will be down below in the video description. So don't worry about it. That's why I'm not going too much over the teams, because you will have the team codes for you. What is what I was doing here, I was just playing auto. I was like, do whatever you want. Maybe not the best, so I will not do it now. So I will use Vinyara. Now I use Alpha Narsi after. I will use Voresh right after. He will put the defense penalty on the boss. Oh, it didn't happen. Okay. Interesting. Now I'll use Bladin as well. Gardin does most damage from her battle skill, so you're fine, right? Don't worry about it. So we're good like this. We're still waiting for the title search. Okay, we will survive this, don't worry. Now I'm waiting. I will use Vinyara when it's really close. Now Alpha Narsi after. Bladin after Vinyara. Now I can use Voresh. He will put the buff prohibition so the boss is not able to get the damage and the attack up from it. You know, from the skill in here. He gains 3% attack up and 3% crit damage. Which is why Voresh is very good in here. The buff prohibition, so he cannot do that. And we are fine. And now title search again. I can use Bladin. Why not? Generate the ice crystals for my Gardin. Now Vinyara. And then Alpha Narsi for the shield and boost damage. Then I will wait a little bit, use Voresh to put the defense penalty on the boss. This run might be a little bit slower because for some reason Voresh didn't put the defense penalty on a boss at the beginning, which is a shame. Really bad. So it might be a little bit slower than usual. And for this one I just go auto. Because there is a lot of or maybe not, wait, maybe not, because if I use it correctly, in here he dispels all negative effects on him. So if I wait and use Voresh after it, the buff prohibition will stay on the boss, and maybe that way I will dodge the, what is it called? The defense reduction that he gets whenever he loses a lot of HP. So maybe that's gonna be better like this. Now he still gets it, so you cannot avoid it. Never mind. I was thinking that maybe with the debuff you can avoid it, like the buff prohibition, but no, he will always get the 80%, what is it, 80% or 75% damage reduction whenever you lose 25% of HP. So now you cannot avoid it with the debuff, like the buff prohibition. What a shame. It would be really cool mechanic if you can, like, you know, prevent him to gain this buff. Because that way it will be much faster, right, your run. So I'm waiting for Voresh. I will use Bloodin after, generate me ice crystals. And now I'll use Gardin after Bloodin. Fine, we're good, we're good. We still have, what, 30 seconds? Because you need to finish this stage in 2 minutes, so in 120 seconds. Which we are able to do, don't worry. I will put the attack penalty on the boss now, because he can do some crazy damage. I will use Alpha Narcy as well. The shield should stay on me, I should be fine. Then I can use Bloodin, why not? Generate ice crystals for Gardin. And now Voresh for the defense penalty. And then I'll use Gardin ultimate as well. Perfect. Defense penalty and still 75% damage reduction. For how long it is? It is for 15 seconds. It might not be the best run. We might actually... This run might be bad. So I will do rerun for this one if we are not able to do it in 2 minutes. It's gonna be really close. This is kind of difficult stage. These boss stages are always a little bit difficult. Especially with 100% free-to-play teams. But don't worry. This team is able to do it. I did it before, so I can do it again. Come on. Gardin, can you finish him? Good, finish him. Good. You see, 120 seconds. Maybe if we change Gardin's artifact for the Whisper of the Consumer, it might be better. So 1 minute and 59 seconds, we are able to do it with this 100% free-to-play team. Let me do reroll, real quick testing. I will change the Gardin artifact for the Whisper of the Consumer, and then I'll let you know if it worked or not. Alright guys, so I tried with the Whisper of the Consumer, and it was a little bit worse, as you see, 3 seconds worse. So maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. But if you use the team or how I had it set it up before, it's 100%, you know, you will be able to do it. Maybe you will need like 2-3 runs to be 100% able to do it, but it is definitely possible, you saw it. So now, let's go to stage 11. In here, I'm using the same team as before, the Gardus team. Where is it? This one, the Speed Team 3. I used this one in previous stages, in the stage 1 to 8. Not in every stage, but in most of them. And this is a really, really good team, like very strong. Just let me set it to Vidimir's Aura, the 18% attack up, because that's what you need. I will do it manually, now auto, manual. You know what? Redeploy. Redeploy. Because I don't want this guy, Alpha Narcy, he doesn't need to... If he runs towards the left, then it's gonna be bad. So I will place him like this, maybe. I don't want him to run towards... Oh, he did again. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe. Give me a second. Because I did it before. You can do it like this. But now I'm thinking, what if I put Gardus like this? What if I put him already to this one side, right? This way, my Alpha Narcy will go to the left side, attack this one. This way, everybody will be around him, and now Gardus can put them back, right? All of them. So don't worry. So maybe not put the Gardus to the middle, but send him like this. Now push them back. Alpha Narcy ultimate. So you want to hit all 4 Ushas. Now I will do the Ravas ultimate. After that, I'll use Vidimir. Give me the second. Defense penalty, come on, defense penalty. Okay, good. And now use Ravena as well. Ravena should one-shot the Huitars, and Vidimir ultimate should then bounce and kill all of them. Perfect. And we still have 1 Usha survive. This is good, 18 seconds. So maybe if you crit hit the first Usha, you might be able to do it in a little bit less than 17 seconds, maybe in like 15 seconds. So that's the stage 11 done. Now let's go to the stage 12. As you see, just for reminder, stage 11, put Gardus 1 tile to the left or 1 tile to the right whenever you want your Alpha Narcy to run towards the enemy. So then he can push all 4 Ushas back, okay? So that's the one thing to keep in mind for stage 11, if you're using this team. Now let's go to stage 12, which is stage 12. This is stage 12, good. Same team. I'm using this team pretty much in every stage except for the boss stages. So same deal, you know, wait for the title surge, then Gardus ultimate, then Alpha Narcy for the shielding and boost of damage, and then you can use your Rava right after, not can, but should use your Rava after. So you see, push them back, Alpha Narcy. Now Rava, she should be able, you see, she's able to hit all of them. even though you don't push Malak or whatever his name is, the new hero for Season 2, Rava is still able to hit all of them. As you see, if you place it to the middle, she's still able to hit all of them. And now what you can do is use your Vidimir, cast it to the left side, and then cast Rowena as well to the middle. She's able to hit all of them same time as before, as Vidimir, as Rava. They have same AoE damage, right? Rowena and Rava has the same ultimate area of effect, okay? So pretty good combo. 16 seconds. Maybe you can do a little bit faster if you crit hit everyone. It might be even 15, 14 seconds, I don't know. But 16 seconds, pretty good in my opinion for this team. Now, let's go to stage 13, I believe. Is it correct? Stage 13? I think so. Yes, stage 13. Here, exactly the same deal. As you see, I don't care about hitting the Without at the back. Because whenever I push them all back, that's what all I need, because then they are all in the AoE damage of Rowena and Rava's ultimate. So you see, Alpha Narsi, Rava as well. Then the only thing here is that don't cast it to Hwitar, because you will one-shot her with Rowena. So cast it on this Hokadir or whatever his name, the horseman, and then use your Rowena to hit Losenia or whatever her name is in the middle, the lady in the middle with the magic staff. And this way you will one-shot all of them, as you saw. And it's what, 15, 16, 17 seconds, 17, 16 seconds. It could be a little bit better. With the RNG, if I do a couple of reruns, I might be able to do it in 15 seconds. As you saw, it was really close. So another stage, another 16 seconds done. Let's go to stage 15 now. I'm sorry, it's stage 14. Same team. We don't care about Huldrog because we are able to cast faster than him, you will see. So, put them in the middle, let them come towards me. Then I will use my Tidal Surge, then Gardus, and then the whole thing once again. As you see, very simple team. Now, boom, push them back, Alpha Narsi for the ultimate and boost of damage. You see everybody, Rowena or Rava. I always mistake these two, I'm sorry. They start on the same letter and I'm really bad with names, so excuse me. So, Rava for her ultimate. And then I will use Vidimir for the left side. And then Rowena to finish them off. It should be a one-shot pretty much. As you see here, it bounces and it kills everyone in 13 seconds. I think I was able to do this stage in 11 seconds, so there was a little bit of a hiccup here. It took me 2 seconds more or 1 second more, so you can do it in 11 seconds. I remember this stage, it was very easy. So this was stage 14, now let's go to stage 15. Alright, so stage 15 is a little bit different. As you see, I'm placing everybody to one side, it doesn't matter if it's left side or right side. Or you just want them to be on one side because you don't want to be in the middle and be hit by all of them. And now the thing is the same, okay? So you're waiting for Gardus to push them back and boost the ultimate energy of the whole team because of the Puppeteer inspiration. So first let me use the Tidal Surge. Then I will use Gardus. Alpha Narsi immediately because he's taking a lot of damage in here. Now Rava will cast to the backline because as you see there are basic auto attacks from Rava and from Rowena. And they can inflict frost debuff, so you don't care about the front line here and here. Sometimes you are lucky and you put the frost debuff onto this guy and this guy as well. So you want your Rava to cast to the backline, because you not always inflict frost debuff on the backline, right? And now you use your Vidimir, and right after Vidimir you use Rowena. But maybe use Rowena like this, to the backline as well. So now I'm one-shotting them with Vidimir, perfect. So one side done. This is what you need. Sometimes you need to be a little bit lucky. You need that to crit, okay? For this to happen. Because I didn't crit, the whole run is kinda messed up. So I just need to crit in here to one-shot them so I'm able to cast Vidimir's ultimate again, okay? So it took me 28 seconds. Not the worst, but definitely not the best. You can do it in 22 seconds. Alright, so one more time. I will use the same thing, waiting for my Gardus. The only issue with Gardus, they are against me, they are immune to the first debuff, right? So that's why it's kind of RNG a little bit. You need to be lucky to clear it in 22 seconds. That's my best time. 22 seconds is my best time for this dungeon. So I'm using my Rava. She only inflicts first debuff in here, not the defense penalty. Half a second later, and now there is defense penalty on the guys on the left. And I will do Rowena like this, to the one side, to the other side maybe. Hopefully it will work. I just need Vidimir to one-shot these guys. And unfortunately, it didn't hit. It didn't happen. So that's the only issue with this team. That's because I don't have 100% kill rate that I'm struggling with it, okay? If I had 100% kill rate, these guys will be dead immediately. But I need the crit damage for it to work. See, 25 seconds. We can do it a little bit faster. 22 seconds if you're lucky with a crit. And you can do it. So that's the stage 15, I believe. Yeah, stage 15. Also, if you have someone like Huitar, you are set. If you have Huitar, you will be able to kill all these guys immediately, pretty much. This is the only stage that takes me a little bit longer and a little bit more reruns to clear it in 22 seconds or like 20 seconds. So you will see, I will show you that I'm not lying, that this stage, the fastest run is 22 seconds. As you see, best challenge time, 22 seconds. Still using this team. I haven't done any testing with my normal teams yet. I'm just, I was surprised with how good these free-to-play teams are. So I was like, okay, I don't need to do the normal teams yet. So stage 16 is a little bit difficult because as you see, round 1, there is a Venom. Round 2 is Curse and round 3 is Rot. So all 3 equipment dungeons pretty much. But I found out that the Ice Blast heroes are actually pretty good for this one. Because if you remember my video about Yorn, there is Ice Blast heroes who can do AoE damage. And it's a rare hero and it's Roberta. She's amazing for this dungeon as well. You see the ultimate, so she can hit 3 targets. She can hit the boss and the 2 wisps. Which is why she is here for the first dungeon, right? The first boss. So a little bit different build in here. For Alpha Narcy, gave up a little bit on resistance and boost his HP. So now he's built with 124k HP and only 290 resistance, but it's still fine. You don't need the resistance for this dungeon that much for this stage. Then I'm using Voresh to put the defense penalty on everybody and to put the buff prohibition as well. Then there is Bloodin for the Ice Crystal generation, the Puppet Inspiration to boost my ultimate energy, and the Dawnpipe Organ to boost the Roberta damage as well. Now Roberta is built like a main DPS pretty much. So she has 4.7k attack, 70% kill rate, good enough because of the 30% kill rate from the Ice Blast school, right? And then 362 crit damage, and she's using the Whisper of Consumer to execute these wisps and the bosses under 10% HP. And now Gardrin, she is built for pure damage from the battle skill. So she has 5.5k attack, 71% kill rate, 236% crit damage, and she's using the Ice Blast artifact, the Blooms of Prina. Pretty good artifact. When the Weaver consumes Ice Crystals, their next battle skill deals extra 25% damage if you have it at level 20. So pretty good on this hero. And she can do like 400k damage per second. Very good. Alright guys, so here's my recording for the best time. I did it in 1 minute, under 2 minutes, you will see. And in here, I figured out that you want to use Gardin on a boss. You don't want Gardin to cast her ultimate on the Vips. Don't worry about that. So first Voresh, now Alpha Narcy, now Gardin attack the boss before the shield. That's very important, before the shield. Now Roberta focus on the Vips in the front. And right after Roberta use Bloodin as well. And you try to squeeze the damage before the boss does the shielding, right? So that way you can one-shot the Vips and do a lot of damage to him. Okay, so don't use your Gardin on the Vips, use it on the boss before the shielding. Especially the first round. Now I'll do the same thing. So Voresh now, Voresh first to put the defense penalty. Now you need Alpha Narcy before Gardin, because Alpha Narcy will do the shield, which means from the default player it will boost your damage. Now Gardin attack the boss once again before the shield. And now wait for Roberta. Roberta will attack the front line again. Even though the left waves is not under defense penalty, we are still fine, right? So we're still good. We are killing the waves. It doesn't matter that the waves survive, it's actually better. Because now when the boss spawns some of them, he cannot spawn them, right? Because there's already 4 of them. And the boss will die the next time we cast ultimate from Roberta because of the wisps of the consumer. So this is actually perfect. You know, the second time, the second round, you don't want to kill these whips immediately probably. Because that way you can do way more damage. So now I'm focusing on the whips because I know that Roberta ultimate will execute the boss. So at the end, I'm focusing on the whips with my Gardin. Not at the beginning, only at the end. Now the boss is dead before the Roberta does even the ultimate, which is amazing. So now I'm wondering where I should put the Roberta ultimate. So I put her in the front line, kill one of them. The rest is, we will clear the rest. You can do this, it's still a little bit slower, one of the runs that I was recording, I did it in 6 seconds left. So now I have only 1 second. It was 9 minutes and 1 second left. I did it in 9 minutes and 6 seconds left. So this run can be even 5 seconds better probably compared to what it is right now. So Voresh immediately to prevent the boss debuffs. Now Alpha Narsi right after to put the damage. After that was Gerdin. Now I'm waiting for Roberta to do her ultimate. Immediately after Roberta, Blood in to boost the ultimate energy of everyone and put the ice crystals on me, right? Generate the ice crystals. And that's all you need to do for this boss as well. Just rinse and repeat, you know? So wait for Voresh, do the buff prohibition and the defense penalty on the boss. After that you will use Gerdin to do... No, not Gerdin. Use Alpha Narsi right after Voresh for the shield and the boost of damage, okay? Especially if you're using the Devout Prayer, if you have the same build. Now use Gerdin or the Epic Hero for a lot of damage. And now I can use... I will wait a little bit. And now I use Roberta. I was waiting for like 4.5 million damage or 45 million HP, something like that, for Roberta to execute the boss, okay? It was a little bit slower, but it's fine. And now I can use Bloodin to boost my ultimate energy for the Grave of Rot, okay? So it was pretty good. So don't spam your Roberta at the end when the boss is almost at like 10% of its HP. Don't spam her ultimate immediately. Sometimes wait a little bit. I think that's 2 or 3 hits. I think 2 hits. I'm not 100% sure. I will look it up. I think that's 2 or 3 hits. And you need to wait a little bit for the boss to be at 10% HP. So if you do it too early, you might not one-shot the boss and you might actually, you know, lose the time because of that. As you see here, I'm using Blood in and I'm holding my Roberta because I'm waiting for the boss to be closer to the 10%, right? So it's 29 something. So I'm waiting a little bit and now I'm doing it at 33 and it's done because of the multiple hits. And I did it in 1 minute and 57 seconds. It can be a little bit faster. So don't focus on the first round, don't focus too much on the whips, focus on the boss before he does the shielding, as you saw. And you can do it. Yeah, I know you can do it, guys. Alright guys, so now let's go look through the rankings. And then right now, I'm at top 5. Right now, I'm top 5. Not the best. You see, the best guy is 5 minutes, 45 seconds. And I'm 9 minutes and 20 seconds, so there's a huge difference between us. But still, being able to do it with 100% free-to-play teams in 9 minutes and 20 seconds, I think it's pretty cool. Especially getting all 48 stars, right? Because the last dungeon, or the last stage, the stage 16, is not the easiest one. But I was able to do it in 1 minute and 57 seconds. So I'm still able to improve some of the boss stages if I use like normal teams, you know, but I will do it later on. I first wanted to do the challenge with 100% free-to-play teams. As you see, not that best. We have 20 seconds, 16, 32... 46, so maybe stage 5 we can, you know, do a little bit better. But I think that's the stage when the goblins are spawning or something like that. So that stage is very difficult. Now 20 seconds, 22. So you see, this free-to-play team can do it in 12 to 20 seconds most of the stages. So I think that's very, very cool. I know that the boss stages are a little bit more difficult. So I'm using the Ice Blast heroes, but epic heroes, so they are free. And we are still able to do it in the under 2 minutes, right? Especially the stage 16, even the stage 10, 1 minute 45 seconds, stage 7, 1 minute and 6 seconds. So pretty cool. Maybe I will do the stage 7 with the Ice Blast heroes as well, because I was using the Frost teams from the previous version, from the first video, from the first part video, pretty much. So there you have it, guys. My 100% free-to-play teams for the Universe Expedition. I hope you found this video helpful and entertaining. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. I appreciate it. It helps a lot. And once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.